I am proud of what we built so far. But in reality, like, we know nothing.
Don't bend it. Sorry about that, Gannian.
All right, 2025 was a little bit of a reality check for us. 2025 was the first year for Mint that we did less revenue than we did the previous year.
Yeah, we suck.
But everyone calm down. It's not all bad. We'll tell you what it really means.
Even though we didn't hit our numbers, like our team and our culture, I think we reached a new height with that.
Nice. So we have the team, but there's still a lot of things that we need to get fixed to blow past the plateau and continue to scale Mint through 2026. Come on now. Sorry, no offense. The black one was pretty sick.
Welcome to the warehouse.
This is the one everyone's been waiting for.
Service plan.
Set the season, boys.
I want to set the new standard for home service by showing people how we're building it.
Dude, that's so sick. Set the standard, beat a standard.
9:30.
Late as hell.
Dang, you're in uniform?
I'm going on the field today, man.
Me, dog. We waiting on you.
Dude, I had to take Maddie's car is broken, so we had to take it to the mechanic.
Oh, that's how late you are.
That's how late you are. Ian, finish this.
So 2025 was not the year. It's actually kind of crazy. Like we were pushing to scale Mint again this year. We didn't hit our goals. So like in our first year we did 160. The next year we did 320. The next year we did 820. So we more than doubled. The next year after that we did 1.2. Then we did 1.6. Then we did 2 million. And then this year we did a little bit less. Like I said, year after year we've been able to not double, but like grow at a pretty good rate, at least like 20 to 30%. I think we've started to realize in our Utah market, we've not started to hit the cap. Like if we continue to do the things the same way that we've done, we are going to cap out. We have to do things differently. Cool thing is growing our revenue wasn't as much of a win, but I don't think our team has ever been in a better spot. We looked back at like our recap videos for 2024 and like our plans for 2025 that we made a year ago. What we were talking about and the way that we were talking and the things that we thought we knew, both on my side and as a team, we are in a completely different spot. We are a completely different company. We're in a lot better spot as a team to break past like this plateau that we've been seeing in revenue. Still sucks. It's like, all right, cool. What are the new things? How do we solve the problems? What are the things that we need to do? So we'll see.
All right, we're out here in Harriman with Brecken and JT. They're a two-man crew because JT is actually in training. JT did lights with us, moved him over to window cleaning. He's been killing it. I think this is like week 2 of his training. Just wanted to show that we still do clean during the winter. Not only are we cleaning, but we're also training a new guy, so that's sweet. My training Monday morning this week with the guys was on service quality. So just wanted to come out, make sure service quality is up to par. It's been really good this past year, but I think it was a good, I guess, a retraining with them. And then now just going out to make sure that, you know, that training actually helped and they're actually doing what they need to do. This job's actually wrapping up. They're just putting screens back in right now, and then we'll head around the corner to the next job.
Is that number 2?
Ooh, this boy's been to Costco.
Yeah, for sure. Dang.
Sliced it up.
Look at chunk out of it.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. Gat talk by the trucks. I mean, we've mentioned it a couple times in this video, but 2025 was the first time that Mint didn't grow in revenue. It's caused us to kind of take a step back and think about like, well, what are the things about our model that are keeping us from being able to scale, at least in the Utah market? If you guys watch this channel at all, you know I love simplicity. Like, I think simplicity is the #1 thing that allows companies to scale. But with scaling a company, there's 3 ways to scale a window cleaning company or home service company. The way that we've been scaling is we just focused on being great at one thing, which is residential window cleaning and service plans. I definitely think that we can scale past 2 million with just service plans alone. I just think it's gonna be a lot slower. So that gets us to a point of like, well, if we wanna scale faster, what is another way to scale the business? You can start adding different services, or you can start adding different types of clients. With different services, the whole point of that's like adding pressure washing, gutter cleaning, all this stuff. And we've done that, but I don't think we've really nailed it. So there's definitely room to scale there. But the goal with new services is you increase average ticket. And so you can get more per service. One of the reasons why we've shied away from this is because it adds a lot of operational complexity. Like, you have to add different types of trucks, different training for technicians. It just makes it more difficult, so it's not as simple to scale, but it's definitely possible. And if you're gonna scale, you have to add complexity at certain points. I definitely want to add complexity at the beginning. On top of different services, like I mentioned, you can add different types of clients, and different type of clients would be, you can start adding commercial. And we've shied away from commercial for the longest time because it's a completely different sales process. And just like adding different services, it adds operational complexity more on the sales side and the marketing side, because like I said, it's a completely different sales process. Commercial clients have a way longer sales cycle. It makes things a lot more complicated, and I don't love complexity. Yes, simplicity scales, and we need to continue to do what is simple. And I think, like, obviously residential service plans will help us as we scale into new locations. I think we've come to a point in our business where we have to start accepting the fact that if we are going to grow, we need to continue to do more of what we're great at, which is just residential window cleaning and service plans. But we need to heavily consider and figure out a strategy on how we can implement different services better, different types of clients, like commercial better, which is crazy because I didn't think I would ever say that. I thought that we were just going to be able to take the simplest model to the moon and scale Mint Utah to 4 or 5 million with just residential window cleaning. I think with where we're at and with how we do want to be the standard for home service, speed is important. If we want Mint to be the standard, Mint needs to be a lot bigger than it is now, in a lot more states, and in a lot shorter time frame. We have to think differently. We'll see. I think 2026 is going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be fun for Ian because it's going to add a lot of operational complexity for him. I can handle the marketing side and the team building side, but good luck, Ian. I don't know if Ian showed this, but here's a little warehouse update. I mean, all the Christmas lights off the shelves. These ones are from clients that just kind of ghosted us from previous years, but for the most part, we got everything done. Ian's cleaning up, getting some more racks. We want to get this all cleaned up. I want to make sure the warehouse is ready to rip to scale into 2026, but dang!
I just bought curtains.
That's nice.
Just trying some
You
stuff.
bought curtains for what?
Just because I wanted to.
What have I told you about spending money on the card, man? He's supposed to give me a budget for that.
That's what I do.
He's supposed to give me a budget and then I approve it.
Look, check this out. Check this out. Show him, JT. What you got, Tizzle?
Just in case I get hungry.
Dang, that's actually big.
That's what I'm saying.
That pocket's perfect.
Sick.
Keep it warm. Keeping me warm.
I think we've always had really big goals of where we wanted to take Mint, and I think we've always had this number of like 50 million to 100 million. Like I don't know why that's always been the number. It's probably something that just sounded good, but probably like 2 years ago we realized that if we wanted to hit those numbers, the reality was like we were never going to get our Mint Utah location to be able to be that big. We started to think, we're like, if we wanted to grow a company that big, what is the biggest constraint? It wasn't marketing, it wasn't sales, like, because it didn't matter how much we marketed or sold or built a good team or all the things that we would need to do to scale a big company. No matter how big we tried to do that in our Utah location, it just would never get that big. Like the max that it would ever get to is maybe 3 to 5 million. So we started to focus on that constraint. And I think that's been a big focus for the past probably year, is like how do we solve the constraints that are keeping us from starting multiple locations, which are talent and capital. Like we need people to start different locations, and we need the money to be able to pay for the equipment and trucks and the marketing expense up front to be able to start these locations. As we started to start new locations, as we started our Vegas location, and as we've continued to grow our Mint location, we've realized, yes, the constraints to scale the business to 50 million is it's new locations, capital, and talent. But if those individual locations aren't successful, then it doesn't matter. I've kind of divided the constraints of the business into like two different boxes. It's like the first one is, like I've talked about, is the constraints of scaling to multiple locations. But then there's also the constraints of the individual locations and how to make those successful. And I think a big realization that we've had this year is the constraint for an individual location is almost always marketing and sales.
You're special, you do. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it when you.
All right, we're at job number 2 now. Boys are already after it. But as you guys saw in the previous video, if you haven't, go watch that video. Me and Gatlin had a good meeting just about marketing and kind of some stuff we want to change for 2026. We always felt like our digital and paid marketing has always been like one of our strong suits. How recently we've kind of dove in more on metrics and actually tracking marketing and what that looks like. Pretty much since we started, we've only really been tracking cost per lead and cost to acquire a customer. And like as long as those were good, we like felt like our marketing was really good. As long as we were making new sales, we were like, cool, everything's working well. Sales have a big weight in our This is why I stand behind the camera, not in front of it. Sales haven't been amazing this year. Honestly, this year we always just thought like, oh, it's our sales process or our team. Turns out it was probably more like the leads we were getting for the sales team. So marketing was probably our biggest bottleneck this year. So sorry about that, Ganian. Basically, we've always thought Facebook marketing was probably our best form of marketing. It turns out if you look at the ROAS, it's actually our worst form of digital marketing and paid marketing. We get a ton of leads, but we don't convert a lot of those leads to jobs. So our ROAS in turn is bad. So going into 2026, our biggest thing is having lead source tracking set up properly, which luckily it's actually easy to do in House Call Pro. So that'll be really nice. We're gonna be able to, every lead that comes in, depending on where they come from, they'll be tracked. So then we can pull reporting on how many jobs were sold and how much revenue we made just from Facebook, just from Google. All of our paid digital marketing is gonna be tracked, set up properly. So that'll be super nice. That's gonna allow us to like really put our marketing spend in the best place possible. Just because you have a good CPL in one spot doesn't mean you're selling any of those jobs. So super excited about it. I mean, it sucks like this year we kind of just, we don't really know how this year was on ROAS because it's just so many jobs we would have to track back and it'd just be a mess, but it's just what we do. We're figuring it out. I don't know where Ian's pointing the camera, but.
I think we've always thought that we are really, really good at marketing. I think when we first started Mint, we wanted to create a brand. Like we were very brand first, social media first, marketing first. This year I've been able to talk to some really talented marketers, some people that are CMOs, directors of marketing at big companies. I've started to realize that there's levels to this game. Just like with business, there's levels to marketing as well. And like they just talk different. The conversations are different. The KPIs that they track are different. All of our marketing conversations were around like, how do we lower our cost per lead? How do we increase our overall lead count? How do we decrease our cost to acquire a customer? But I've kind of realized that those are the basics and those are kind of like rookie KPIs, and that's what like beginner marketers talk about. And the big boys, the guys that are good at marketing and that know what they're talking about, ROAS, so return on ad spend, and revenue generated per lead source. And we've never tracked either of those. And I think that's why we've put our marketing in kind of a tight spot, because we've realized that we're just overspending, and the jobs that we thought we were getting from marketing have actually just come from word of mouth, reviews, and organic, which is awesome on the brand side because it means that we're getting a lot of free traffic. But in reality, like we know nothing.
Yeah, this time I'ma let it all come out. This time I'ma stand up and shout. I'ma do things my way. It's my way. My way.
Don't bend it. Ah! Should have done it. Should have done it from the outside. That was awesome. You should have got that on video. That was sick.
How's training going, Brecken?
As you can see, Brecken's doing a great job at training.
It does happen, that's true.
Yes, sir. It's just it's in Connect Team. You just fill out a form and then put a sticky note on it.
No stress, bro.
Just throw it right here under the stepladder.
No stress.
It's all good, dude. It's only like $80.
Every single one of us have done that. So
Nah. I'm just kidding. Oh,
Yummy.
that's a good one.
Nice.
The title of this video is 2025 We Failed. All right, let's rephrase this. Gatlin and Brenton failed 2025. I don't know what they're talking about, but I mean, my team definitely could be better, team of technicians. But I think a big win for 2025 was like our technician team did not have a lot of turnover at all, which is a great thing. The service quality, like we were good. Like the team was good. It definitely could be better as far as like culture and like some of the standards that we're rolling out now. But for the most part, like the team was solid. So I think that was a big win in 2025. Is shout out to the boys for that. Shout out to our guys, our technicians, they're studs. Also, another big win is like we did start implementing upsells. So that'll start getting momentum too as we go into this next year. So, but yeah, I wouldn't say 2025 was a big fail overall.
And leadership team too.
Leadership team, technician team, best we've ever had by far. Yep.
Shout out to Breck, team captain.
Christmas light team.
Yeah.
Best team we've ever had for Christmas lights.
Dang, we did this going super quick.
I think we have just gotten to the point, we've earned a spot at the table and we were just started to play the game of business. We're starting to realize like the people that actually play the game play at a completely different level than us, which is fun. Like it's actually really exciting because we can, like you get to a point where you think you can't really grow anymore. You get an unlock of like, oh, you're nowhere close to where you need to be. And I think that's where we're at, is like we just earned a spot at the table. We are just starting to play the game and there's so much more that we need to learn. In order to take Mint to where we want to go, to be the example to change the home service industry is like we are not even close. We need to be very strategic with what are the things that we're focusing on, who are the people that we're talking to, what are the conversations that we're having looking like, what do we need to change in the business to be a big player, because I do think that there's a lot that we need to change. Not to undermine any of the stuff that we've done great, there's a lot to learn. Whoever's watching this, like watching the channel, like whatever stage of business that you're at, whether you don't have a business and you're wanting to start a business, whether you're in your first year and you're just starting, whether you're doing a couple $100K, whether you're breaking $1 million or you're doing 20 million, whatever. I don't think you ever get to a point where you have it figured out. I've been asked this a lot. It's like, was it way harder at the beginning? I don't think it was harder. I think it was just a different type of hard. Like, yeah, it was probably more physically exhausting because I was on the truck 12 hours a day. And then after, when I was done, I was giving quotes, doing sales. Physically, it was way more exhausting. But I would argue with where we're at. Like, yeah, we have more resources, but it also means we have more pressure. It's kind of like a cycle of like, you think you have it figured out, and then you realize that you know nothing. And so you get humbled and you kind of go down again. And it's like you start to figure some things out again. And then you realize that there's someone even farther ahead of you and you get humbled again. And so I think it's just this constant cycle. So I don't think we're ever going to be where we want to be. I am proud of what we built so far. So at least we could hang our hat on that for 2025. Not everything was a failure. Appreciate you guys being here. And we'll see you in the next one.